Hello, everyone. As a short reminder for what my big problem is, I am focusing on the racism that occurs within equine sports. As of right now, the majority of riders are white, especially in competition. I would like to see this change in the future. I think that within my big problem, it is very difficult to apply behaviorism, so I had to think a little out of the box for this application. I decided to focus on the individual within Bronfenbrenner's systems because I feel that behaviorism is difficult to apply when it comes to dealing with emotion, which is typically left out of behaviorism. As I understand it, the theory of behaviorism is basically the same process we use to teach dogs math. Basically, a learner is impacted by an environment in which they make a behavior to a stimulus. Once they make their behavior, another stimulus can be applied to try and encourage a desired behavior. I think that the best opportunity to apply behaviorism within Bronfenbrenner's theory is in the individual because it is a more focused approach. As I said before, this particular learning theory will not work very well with my big problem because it does require a sort of higher education skills, which this theory does not do well to assist in. However, I suppose there could be a way to urge people of color to compete in these sports. With horse breeds, there are classes and organizations that encourage you to get a certain kind of horse in order to get points towards an end of year award. For example, my own horse is an off the track thoroughbred who is registered with the Thoroughbred Incentive Program, which tries to get people to take horses off the track and retrain them into different disciplines. Although I did that purely to show that she is a turnover from the racetrack and is competing successfully. Similarly, though, there could be organizations that contribute to point standings for people of color or for people from certain areas or states. The operant conditioning concept within behaviorism states that when there is a positive reinforcement, the subject is more likely to continue the wanted behavior. By creating rewards, children and parents of color alike could be coerced into starting and competing in horseback riding. However, as I said earlier, I had to take a chance with this solution. I do not think that putting it into practice would be the smartest idea because many white individuals may feel that there are too many extra rewards to people of color, even if they do not compete as well as their white counterparts. I worry that this could create a community for people of color, but could also create a separation between people instead of building up the horse community as a whole. I do not believe that this should be a recommended course of action, but having a DEI organization attempt to include other communities in a different way could have a positive impact. Has anyone else had difficulties trying to make this concept work for their group of people? I feel that it is too closely trying to treat humans like we view animals, and the lack of emotional understanding required for many social understandings cannot be applied normally when we are talking about behaviorism. I myself don't even like to use this same kind of training process for my horses because it leaves out that emotional value that horses do have and they do feel. Uh, so yeah, I'm really interested in everyone's thoughts.